Look, the 2026 business landscape is already here, and let's get one thing straight right off the bat. You absolutely do not need a massive budget to succeed today. You can completely forget about needing millions in venture capital or, taking out some massive second mortgage on your house. The rules of the game have entirely shifted. Today, we're looking at the definitive roadmap to high-demand services for this year. We are going to break down the actual, realistic opportunities that the average person can launch immediately. Literally, you could start these practically from your kitchen table.
So let's dive right into this. You've got to understand the 2026 sweet spot. It's this perfect balance of incredibly low startup costs paired with sky-high market demand. But where exactly does that happen? Well, it happens right at the intersection of physical convenience and digital simplicity. This is the exact sweet spot where you, me, or really anyone with a bit of hustle can start a highly profitable side hustle right now. Think about it. People are actively craving local, hands-on help, and simultaneously, they are utterly overwhelmed by all this new technology. If you can bridge that gap for them, you win. It's really that simple.
Section 1. Mastering Digital Simplicity. We're talking low-code AI and digital goods.
Let's kick things off with our first category of high-demand services. Now, you might hear the words digital or AI and immediately think, oh man, I need a computer science degree for this. Actually, scratch that, you absolutely don't. It is incredibly easy to capitalize on these digital tools right now without being a coder. You really just need to know how to click a few buttons and connect the right pipes. So idea number 1 is simple AI automation setup. Just think about the local businesses right there in your town. The landscapers, the busy cafes, the small law firms. They're hearing about AI everywhere, on the news, from their competitors, and they are desperate to use it. But let's be real, they are way too busy running their actual businesses to sit down and figure out how to start. And that is exactly where you come in. You don't build the AI from scratch, you just set up the automation.
We're talking about essential tools that you have probably used or at least heard of, like ChatGPT, Zapier, and Make.com. By simply connecting the dots between these accessible, off-the-shelf platforms, you can completely transform a local business. I mean, we're talking about automating their appointment scheduling, setting up AI-powered email autoresponders so they aren't manually replying to the exact same questions all day, or plugging in a simple chatbot for customer FAQs on their website. It's a game changer.
But here is the absolutely crucial part. That $500 to $1,500 price tag. That is the high one-time setup fee that business owners will happily pay you. And why? Because paying you $1,000 once to get this whole system set up saves them dozens of hours of manual, mind-numbing administrative work every single week. To put that into perspective, it's a complete no-brainer investment for them, and it turns into an incredibly high-margin gig for you.
Okay, let's pivot to our second digital idea, Digital Resource Creator. This one is incredibly powerful for those of you who just naturally have a knack for organization and are looking for a true, genuine, set-it-and-forget-it income stream. This is way less about servicing clients directly and much more about building a digital asset that essentially works for you while you sleep.
Here's exactly how it works. Step 1, you create specialized templates. This could be anything from digital planners to lesson plans for teachers to custom Notion dashboards specifically designed to help small businesses track their inventory. Step 2, you upload these niche organizational kits to online platforms like Etsy or Teachers Pay Teachers. And Step 3, you sell them infinitely. Seriously, that is the absolute brilliance of this whole shebang. You put in the work to create the digital organizational kit just once, but in today's 2026 market, where literally everyone wants niche productivity tools, you just keep reaping the financial rewards continuously.
Section 2. Upgrading Physical Convenience Through High-Trust Local Services.
All right, we are shifting the narrative from the digital world right back to the physical world around you. Because local, hands-on services, they haven't gone anywhere, but they sure have fundamentally evolved for the 2026 market. Honestly, if you can just show up on time and know a little bit about modern tech, you can absolutely dominate your local area. So idea number 3 is the Senior Technology Concierge. Look, we have a rapidly aging population, but unlike a couple of decades ago, today's seniors are actually tech-connected. Or, at least their families desperately want them to be. There is a massive gap in at-home tech support for this demographic right now, making this a highly trusted, deeply appreciated local service. Think about it. The old way of doing tech support was driving across town just to fix a blinking light on a broken Wi-Fi router. The 2026 way?
It's on a whole different level. It's about setting up vital telehealth equipment so they can easily talk to their doctors. It's about installing smart home fall detection monitors. It's even about setting up VR headsets so they can actually feel socially connected to their grandkids who live all the way across the country. You aren't just fixing tech anymore. You are providing a modern, premium, peace-of-mind service, and adult children will gladly pay top dollar for that just to keep their parents safe and happy.
Moving right along to idea number 4, mobile detailing and smart car care. Now, car detailing has obviously been a solid side hustle for decades. But today, standard car detailing has completely leveled up. The roads out there are increasingly filled with high-tech EVs and luxury vehicles, and people are holding on to their cars way longer than they used to.
Which brings us to something called software hygiene. This right here is what separates a 2026 car care business from just some guy with a bucket and a sponge. You're combining traditional mobile interior and exterior detailing with software hygiene. Basically, it means making sure the car's brain is clean. You're taking care of updating the car's firmware. You're meticulously cleaning the incredibly delicate sensor and camera lenses that are absolutely required for self-driving and modern safety features to actually work properly. A standard drive-through car wash simply cannot handle this delicate, tech-friendly cleaning, and that makes it a highly profitable niche for you.
Idea number 5, residential smart home maintenance. This one taps into an incredibly universal modern frustration. I mean, everyone has smart lighting, Wi-Fi cameras, and smart thermostats nowadays. But guess what? They inevitably break down, they lose their Wi-Fi connection, or they just completely refuse to sync with each other. It drives people crazy.
So you are essentially becoming a handyman for the digital age. I think that perfectly summarizes the immense value of this business. Everyday homeowners find troubleshooting these smart devices incredibly frustrating. If you can be that reliable local expert who walks in and can just make it work, you are golden. You offer seasonal checkups, ensure all their devices are updated, change those tiny annoying batteries and the security sensors, and optimize their home network. Look, it's simple stuff for you, but I promise, it is pure magic to them.
Section 3, comparing the bottom line. Let's dig into startup costs and potential earnings.
Okay, so let's look at the hard facts here. The data proves just how incredibly accessible these ventures really are. Just notice how AI automation and senior tech support cost under $100 to start but yield these absolutely fantastic hourly rates. Even mobile detailing, which definitely requires the most physical gear out of the bunch, tops out around $1,000 in startup costs but pulls in hundreds per car. Digital resources, literally $0 to start, just your time, and it yields pure passive income. And that smart home maintenance gig, under $200 to get started, netting you $60 to $100 an hour. The barrier to entry here hasn't just shrunk, it has essentially vanished.
So, I want to leave you with this final, direct question. With startup costs this incredibly low, what is actually stopping you from building 2026's best business today? The market demand is definitely there. The tools you need are either super cheap or completely free, and the entire roadmap is sitting right in front of you. It's time to pick your sweet spot, get out there, and let's get to work.